Hi everyone, after the class balance update, Staff Sage got to important skill adjustments. Let's break them down. Disclaimer, just a player who loves playing Sage. Everything in this video is based on my own experience and observations. Take it with a pinch of salt, and most importantly, enjoy the video. This is PvP oriented. 1. Memorize always trigger double casting. A reminder that a memorize makes your next bolt instant cast, while double casting lets you fire 2 bolts in a single cast. Here's a simple example. Double casting shows a symbol above your head when it triggers. Memorize always plays a beep sound when it triggers. The results show that Memorize and double casting share the same damage output, so they exactly the same in terms of damage. Here's a quick look at the skill descriptions before and after the adjustment. 2. Memorize duration, 2 seconds to 6 seconds. Before the adjustment, I often noticed that when I try to cast Elemental Field, which requires 1 south of channeling time, I miss the Memorize window. But now, with the longer duration, it really helps a lot. 3. Memorize can trigger another Memorize. After the adjustment, Memorize now counts as an active cast, which means it can also trigger another Memorize. This just boosts Staff Sage more damage. 4. Memorize counts toward Habitual Casting skill. Habitual Casting basically means that, after you release 2 bolts, your next cast time is reduced by 0.25 seconds. Here I'll illustrate how Habitual Casting works. Assume it takes 1 second to cast a bolt and 0.2s to cast an instant casting. As a result, it can save you up to 0.8 seconds, which is already really good. Additionally, Memorize no longer consumes the cast time reduction buff from Habitual Casting, as it should, since Memorize is already an instant cast. 5. Memorize can now be affected by Bolt, enchantment skill. It still does out damage with Bolt enchant, but Al doesn't really matter in ROX Global. I'll still take it as a free bonus. 6. Memorize can now be affected by Shadow Equipment skill, Bound. Well, I'll still take it as a free bonus. I'm using Elemental Weave too, and its effect only adds attribute resistance, which isn't really significant. As you can see, I've reduced my fixed cast time to 0.3 seconds, which is already really good. Can't wait to level up my SE to 8. After going through all this, did you notice that most of what I've been talking about is actually about the Memorize skill? Memorize now has more potential, but the trigger rate is still fixed at 25%. Let's talk about the probability. So with no Memorize buff up, there are 2 independent events with 25% checks. Memorize, double cast, giving 4 outcomes. You might think 25% sounds small, but take a look at this. The probability of triggering at least 1 event which guarantees a double casting is actually around 43%. Not bad at all. And when you cast with the Memorize buff active, there are exactly 2 possible outcomes. A 25% chance to trigger and a 75% chance not to trigger another Memorize. It's quite interesting, isn't it? After all those numbers and probabilities, it really just comes down to luck. I'm really glad that ROX Global made such a smart adjustment for Staff Sage, as this never happened in ROX C. After seeing this video, what do you think about Staff Sage?